Hi guys, how are you doing today? I've decided you're not going to see me today. I'm just going to do a quick change of my babies into um, some different outfits. It's time that they were changed. They've been in the same clothes for a couple of days, so I'm going to change them. So what's going to happen now is I'm going to pause and I will go and get the things I need. I'll also show you how I take a little bucket and how I just kind of pamper them up a little bit and clean them a little bit. Okay? Okay. So, the first thing I'm going to show you is what I'm actually going to need. Okay? So basically, what I usually use, and I don't do this process often. I only do it every like 3 months, I would say, not even 4 months. Okay, but it needs to be done very delicately because it's not something that you should not be putting many chemicals and washing your dolls as much. You should rather be dusting them, but I think it hasn't been done in a while, so it's time. So they're going to get a pamper session. Okay, so the first thing you need is, I've got some normal, just a little bit of normal water. It's just like room temperature water, not much. A little tiny mini Johnson baby shampoo. Okay, a detangling spray. Any kind of makeup or dust brush. Makeup brush is the best. Clean, of course. A gentle, soft face cloth. This is a baby one. Baby ones are better because, I mean, oh, there's a motorbike outside. You can see these little giraffes, and it just makes it fun and more realistic for the experience, more enjoyable if you get something that's nice and cute. Okay. Little bottle of baby powder. Brush and comb set. The clothes you're going to be changing your baby into. Okay, so I've recently changed their diapers, so I'm not going to change the diaper, but usually you would have your diaper here as well. Okay, so first one I'm going to do is I'm going to do Darren, because, let me just move him a little bit, move my camera a little bit, focus better. Okay, because I promised one of you guys that I'd show you that even though he is classified as a prem baby, he can actually fit into newborn clothes, especially pick and pay newborn clothes. So that's just something that I found out. You know, a lot of the time 17.5-inch babies are classified as very, very small, tiny newborns, you know. But I think in this country they're classed as prem. Anyway. So let's just pull up the sleeves a little bit. I'm only going to wash up to little hands. Okay. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of baby shampoo. Sorry, I moved around. And then you're going to put a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit, but like a drop. 2 drops, that's it. That is it. That is all you're going to need. just gently mix it around with your finger. There should be hardly any soap in there. You should just get the fragrance a little bit. Okay? Then the next thing you do is you dab. There we go. You dab your cloth very gently and very, very lightly into the water. And then just kind of pat it down like this, rub it down a little bit. And then it's wet, but it's not soaking wet. It's just damp, dampish. And then very gently, just very lightly, just wash down his little limbs. Very, very gently, very lightly as well. Okay. Little face. Back of his little neck. Okay. And then you can either start putting on his nappy, which I'm not doing because he's already got a new nappy on. I'm going to put some baby powder on him. Don't put it on the vinyl. Only put it on the cloth body unless you have a silicone. I don't have silicone babies. I've only got vinyl babies, but each to their own. Okay, then that can come down, and then you can start dressing your baby. Okay, so this is what I've chosen for him. Okay, so he's getting a little onesie, a little Ackman's baby onesie, and this is Tiny Baby. Now these are little pants from Pick and Pay Clothing, and these are newborn size, and I'm going to show you how well he fits in those. It's got a little hippo at the end. It's very, very cute. And then I've got some little sockies for him. Okay, so let's do this. Right, I always have, depending on if it's winter, I will have a long sleeve vest, onesie vest on my babies. If it's summer, then they'll go into short sleeve ones. It's just something that I like to have that kind of protection on the bodies. Yeah. So, yeah, and you just very gently just put his arms through. Other than that, I see so much happening in the reborn world. As I say, I keep saying it. I am happy with my own babies. I don't know how many more I'll get, but I'm definitely planning on getting an extra little friend or an extra little sibling for them for Christmas, and she'll be quite special. And you'll see the box opening, sorry, when that happens. Okay. This baby looks so good in blue. And I love this kit. I absolutely love this kit. I love the Reborn kits. I love the ones that are sculpted as well, but these ones are even more realistic for me. He looks so good in blue, this little one. So what I know about Darren is that he is originally the grandson of Denise Pratt and her husband, who own Bountiful Babies. So it's the younger brother of Joseph, who was the Joseph Kit, I think, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, please let me know. And I love this baby. He's just so absolutely adorable. I've always loved Prems, and even though I was full term, I was around this size, as I said, and I got him for a birthday present about a year and a half ago, and he's just a lovely baby. And I got him, and he was by Darren in South Africa. He is a very special baby to me. All my babies are special, but he admittedly is probably my favorite. So there we go. These are the little pants. But my favorites change all the time, so, but he is quite special to me. Okay, so I'm putting on these little pants, and these are newborn from Pick and Pay clothing. Just so that you can also see that he can fit into newborn clothes. He's a 17.5-inch baby. Okay, and oh, there we go, boy. And he fits beautifully in these. Very, very cute. Let's just pull them up at the back by the little bum. Okay, you can see he fits beautifully in these. Okay, it's getting hotter now, so I'm not even going to put anything over that. I'm just going to put on his little socks. These ones I think I got from Woolies, Woolworths, and they're just little striped ones with little teddy bears on them. It's still socky season, so we're going to put on some sockies. And because we look so handsome in blue, we just look so good in blue, we are going to stick with our blue and grey. Good boy. So there we go. He's dressed for kind of mid-winterish. Okay, so you can decide to do this. For some reason, I like to do the hair once the clothes are on, so that the hair does not get destroyed or ruined, styling wise. Okay, so basically what I do is I dab this in again very, very gently into the water, very gently, and then just kind of mush it onto the little face cloth a little bit, and it's damp. Okay, and all you do is you support the head, and you just do this very, very lightly. And now he's really smelling like a baby. Okay, let me just do a little bit more. Can do a little bit more of that. Yeah, so as I said, you don't want to make the hair too wet, because remember, you're also going to be using some detangling, and mohairs are very delicate type of synthetic hair to use on the reborns, but they are the most closest to baby hair. You can put this on the brush, or you can spray. I prefer to spray at a distance. You don't need to spray much. Just make sure first that it's working. There we go. There we go. Make a little bit more. That should be fine. Getting this thing to work. There we go. Okay. Right. Then you take your little comb, and you just very, very gently, just what I do, this is what I do. I just kind of get his knots out. Very, very gently. And then brush his hair, just like you would a very new, very, very delicate little baby. You just brush his hair down and style it however you like. You can also use a tiny little toothbrush if you want to. I'm fine with this. Okay. And there's Mr. Darren already. Is he stummy? Put that there. There we go, a little boy. And he is all ready. Okay, hi, I'm back again. So our second baby we're going to be doing is Stella. And she is a lovely 19-inch baby. So let's change her. It's a bit too warm for this now anyway. And you know, even though your babies aren't real, it's just gives you, it's therapy for yourself, and it gives you peace of mind to do that, to change their clothes. And also, display-wise, dust, it's good to just change your babies once in a while, even if you're not someone that likes changing them much. As I said, I'm not doing nappies today because nappies I did the other day. I don't feel I need to change my nappies every single day. So, you know what? This may take a while because this is slightly tight on her shoulders. So I'm just going to pause. Okay, we're back. Okay, so I think I need to put on a lighter vest shirt when she wears that specific outfit, because the outfit fits beautifully. It's just very, it's a little bit tight on the shoulders. Okay, so let's just give her a little touch up once again. Okay, so we go down just very lightly, little hands, and she's got such cute little feet, this kit. I love this kit. She's so cute. She's got such a little attitude expression on her face. Zelda Foljuren did this one, and she has painted hair, and that's another reason why you don't want to use any chemicals as well, because you don't want the paint to rub off. She's a very cute little baby. She is, for me, she's very doll-like still. She's not as realistic as the others, but she is still she's realistic enough. And I got her as a birthday present as well. I usually only get new babies on special occasions, except for when I got Nina, when I got Kayn. So let's just give her baby powder. Once again, only on the body, because what the powder will do is, if it gets onto the vinyl, it will take the buffer, the non-shine glaze off. So you don't want to do that. Okay, so she fits in. She fits in tightly to tiny baby, so I wouldn't put tiny baby on her. I'd put her in newborn or 0 to 3 months, depending on where you get 0 to 3 months. It will either be a little bit big, so you are taking a risk in that. So I would safely say keep her just in newborn. However, if you want something a little bit more baggy, 0 to 2 months is also good, but this is newborn. She's newborn. This one has a zip. You know, I don't know whether I like the zip grow suits or the button grow suits. You can tell me what you think. Okay, so she's all set. She doesn't get any hair treatment because her hair is painted. There we go, Cupcake. But what she is going to be getting is, because this baby looks so good in hats, and she looks good in headscarves as well, she's getting her little pink headscarf to be put on. Just like that. Let's put a little bit to the side. Here we go, honey. Also, what you can do is, if you want to, if you feel that you never got through into the cracks or whatever of the eyes, you can do that. She needs her dummy. Otherwise, she's not going to be very happy with me. See, she's got a... I've been trying to find for the others, but the seller was sold out of these. But, yeah, she's got her own dummy clip with her name on. And I think for her dummy fits the best out of all the babies. I love the way her dummy fits. Well done, Zelda. Okay, so she's all done. She's ready for bed. Who's next? Okay, so of course, little Miss Tiny is next. She's actually going to be the last one today. I'm not changing any mini babies. May's clothes were changed very recently, and I like what she's in. Okay, so Kaylin is a 16-inch sculpted kit by Denise Pratt. She is discontinued now. She's part of a twin. Her twin has open eyes. The twin's name is Cadence. I'm sure if you want a Kaylin or a Cadence, you will probably find kits still around. People will be selling, but you won't. But actually no. I think they've redone a batch of her kit at Bountiful Baby. So just double check. I can't be sure. But in South Africa, nope. In South Africa, you can't get her unless somebody else has her. She's not at any of the South African stores. Okay, so she's 16-inch. She is a tiny prim. Her head is absolutely minuscule. Tiny, tiny, tiny little head. Tiny baby. Okay, I think her head is only 10.5 circumference. Okay, so I actually don't have her in a vest, but she does have usually a vest on, but I've just got her in the summer one for now. So let's give her a touch up. Okay. Okay. On the little face. Okay, and then for open mouth babies, if you want to, you can take your little brush and just dust in there. Little eyes, just quickly into the creases. She was made by Darren. She's inspired by a baby I saw on the Still Moments nursery show by Nikki Holland. She doesn't look exactly like this baby, but she looks very similar. Okay, so what I have for her is little foot pants, and one of the most popular outfits last year and this season is this little outfit, which is a little wrap onesie, and it's pink and it's got a little bunny and it says love every bunny. I think most of us have this one at home for our girls. It's been one of the most popular sets. It's a set of 3. And she just looks adorable in that. But what I like to do is someone showed me this trick, and she looks adorable like this, is you can actually create 2 outfits with just 2 items. And the one outfit you can create is with the pants on. Let's just put them on her. Obviously, she is tiny baby. She will drown in anything else. It is difficult to find tiny baby clothes, especially for 16-inch dolls. What I suggest you do is, I'm going to say the forbidden. You can go on Temu and you will find clothes for 12 to 14, 16-inch dolls. However, at Ackerman's, you will find that tiny baby does fit her, but it's a little bit baggy, a little bit baggy. If you can find a specialized nanoprene store for clothes for her, that would be probably the best option, but I haven't needed it, so I've been happy with the clothes I've gotten her. Okay, so let's just lift her up quickly. She's actually quite heavy for a baby her size, but I find that quite comforting. Now what's lovely about this one is, as we all know who have this outfit, is you just put it in like that and you just wrap her in. So let's get her arms in. Okay, put that over. Oh, they've got baby bracelets as well. So that's what you're seeing, this thing hanging from their hands. Or their arms, I should say. Okay, so basically 2 outfits. Look here. You put the pants underneath, and then you put the grow suit, the onesie, over on the top. And then you've got a 2-color suit for her, and you can also, and then in summer or when it's less cold, you can just have her in the little onesie with her legs out and little sockies, which is absolutely adorable. Okay, so this comes around the side here. Oh, I've missed a button. Gonna have to start again. I'm sure this happens to so many people. Don't you just hate it when you think you're almost like done, and then you find out that you've skipped a button or something? So now, especially for prem babies, you don't find a lot of zip ups. You find more studs. Being a little blondie, she looks very cute in pink. Okay, so just lift this up over the collar. Just support the head. She does have quite a floppy head. Okay, and then she's all set. So then we're just going to do her hair, because she does have no hair. And very gently, and then just take your comb and just very slightly just go through it. Take your little brush. Now I would only do this process every 4 months. I wouldn't damp down your baby, your reborn, at all often. It's just chemical wise and things, but it's just nice to do it once in a while. Once in a while is fine, in my opinion, that is. Okay, just let's see if this works. Okay. And then once the hair is dry, it will be nice, soft and silky. And we're going to put on another headband on her. You can find some lovely headbands at the Forbidden Temu, and you can just style the little fringe around. Oh, can't see it. Around the little bow, and she looks just so cute like that. She just really, really does. She's a real blondie, this one. Oh, of course, one more thing. Got a dummy. So all of my Reborns have honey bud dummies. Those are the ones you get here in South Africa. They are specific dummies made for Reborns, and there's a space to put in the magnet. However, I want to make some more magnetic dummies from real dummies because I think they look even more realistic. And then there's Baba. So anyway, so that's my main three, and they are all ready for the next couple of weeks, and they're dressed and they smell so gorgeous and so cute. And I will speak to you guys soon. Bye.